So, good evening, good day, good evening. Nobody laugh, please. Today, my guest is Valerie Minelli. I was really trying to pronounce her name correctly because Valerie told me that her name is French, although she lives in Germany and is from Luxembourg. But everybody in the world, including me, knows her as Mrs. Fraulein from her amazing comics, short comics on Instagram and other platforms. So, how have you been, Valerie?
Oh, I've been great. Everyone is so lovely here. You are very nice.
Everybody here in Comic-Con or in Lithuania in general?
Well, I've only met people from Comic-Con, so for now, everyone here in Lithuania.
Everyone in Lithuania is here right now. So if you,
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
it's
yeah,
a great country, I reckon. Yeah.
we pretty much have like roughly 50 people.
Well, you're all lovely. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah. Well, it's still early and it's Friday. People have to work, so you know.
Yeah, I get it.
I want to start with a personal question that I saw online, and tell me if it's true or I was a victim of propaganda. I'm a pretty rough person in real life. I curse a lot.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, that was
Well,
your
I
quote.
shouldn't-
What do you curse about? And what are the curse
Everything.
words?
I mean, I live in Germany, so
Yes.
there's a lot to curse about, like bureaucracy and stuff. Do you want some German curse words?
Yes.
Well, mostly we Scheiße.
Ah, yeah.
No, Scheiße, right? So shit. My sister's here too. Maybe she has some curse words for me, but... Oh,
that-
I have some Luxembourgish ones. We say Krenon die Juft, which also means something like Scheiße
Okay.
and shit.
Okay. How does a person who swears a lot, as you, quite a bit, you said, not a lot,
Quite a bit.
goes on and making very cute, fun, and I would say harmless comics?
I mean, not everyone needs to see my darker side. But also, even if I try to do like not so harmless comics, I somehow can't. They just come out very cute, no matter how hard I try them not to be. Just my art that wants to come out. I don't know.
How did you start creating your comics? I understand this is a question you get asked a lot, so you can expand on the
Oh.
story.
Yeah,
How?
It's an amazing story.
It is?
No,
Aw.
it's very boring. I went to Germany to study arts, so I did like painting and sculpture. And then I took a comic class with Jonathan, who was here last year from War and Peace. And I did like some comics in his class, and then I just fell in love with doing comics. And after 1 year, I got like a book signing in Germany, so I just never stopped doing it. And now it's my job. It's not a great story, I'm sorry.
It's actually, I don't know. So she inspired you, or you know, you wanted to, in the back of your head, did you always want to do that?
I think I always read like web comics, like Sarah Anderson and stuff, and I just wanted to test it. I think I just wanted to try it out in school, and then I just could do it very easily. I think because I read so many of them and just worked out. I think.
Your characters are, studying up. I watched the comics. I was actually, they're pretty simply. It's
Drawn.
No, I mean, they're drawn pretty simplistically,
Yeah.
but despite that, they have a lot of expressions, emotions, and is that by design or an accident?
Well, I'm glad you think so.
I do.
No, it's not by accident. I try to give them as much emotions as I can because they don't have a nose, so
Yes.
it's kind of hard to do that without a nose. Also, their eyes are just like little dots, and you can only do so much without nose and eyes, but I'm trying. I watched a lot of Adventure Time. They do great stuff with emotions with only like tiny eyes, so I try to get inspired by them a bit. I'm trying.
let's be clear, the majority of them are about your relationship.
Yes.
What made you start capturing your relationship, moments of your relationships? And, you know, I don't know, how you thought, maybe these situations that we get in are worth sharing and gonna be interesting. How was that?
I did start with something else. I started with comics about my time in art school, but then I fell in love, and then it just progressed from that. I just do stuff about my own life, and my boyfriend is a big part of my life because I don't go out very much, so he's mainly the only person I see all the time. And then people responded to that and were like, oh my God, it's us, we're just the same. And so I figured, why not share it? But I try to expand a bit. I don't want to share just relationship stuff because it gets boring after a while, for me and for the readers too, I think.
But
for me mostly.
Yeah, I know. It could get boring to you because you see it every day, you do it every day and so on. How do you decide if this is going to be boring or not boring?
Well, if it makes me laugh, then I think it's okay. Then
Okay.
I can post it.
Yeah, it seems to be working for you.
Yeah, it's okay. Doing okay.
Tell me, because I'm interested. I never talked to a person who, you know, creates comics from their personal life. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about the process? Because you don't document every single moment of the day. How do you decide which moments are worth sharing, or they're fun, cute, I don't know, lovable, amazing, whatever? How do you decide which moments to draw and which to leave, you know, for yourself?
Yeah. Sometimes when there's something funny that happens, I'm just gonna go like, oh my God, I'm gonna make a comic out of this. I'm gonna make a comic out of this so bad. And my boyfriend's like, okay. But
so it's an instinct, right?
Yeah, I think you just, after a while, you just get used to turning stuff into comics. Whenever you see something, you're like, oh, that's a great comic. But sometimes I also just sit there and think about what happened in the last few days, if there was anything that could be a comic, so then I just put it in there. Sometimes I also make stuff up.
You do?
I do.
Like? No,
I'm not going to tell.
No, I don't mean exactly. Don't give us a link. We're going to leave a link in the description.
Under your seats there. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you say, because obviously you make stuff up, but I mean, I thought that you just, you know, amplify something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not completely made up. I just
every creator who creates about his life does that. Don't worry about it. Every year when we talk with people, they do that exactly the same thing, and you all get embarrassed. I do that. Yes, everybody does that because, you know, you can't have super amazing life or super random moments happening to you every single day.
And also I have to cut off some stuff like the cussing, and I can't do shit, can't say shit, can't do fuck. So I have to tune it down a bit.
Yeah.
Forgot the question. Sorry.
I forgot. Tell me about the process. You said we got stuck about the moments that you sometimes amplify them, but still.
Oh yeah.
About the process.
Sometimes when my boyfriend does something really cute, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna share this because it's so cute. Everyone needs to know that you're so cute. And also stuff where I think, does anyone else does this, or is it just him? So I need to ask my readers, is your boyfriend exactly like this, or is it just mine doing this stupid shit?
It's actually very interesting and very good. Sort of like a survey.
Yeah, I'm doing a poll. Like, is he the only one that does this? And people are like, no, mine does this too. Like, yeah, I knew.
Do you, from what I'm hearing, it seems like you are just a pretty normal person who shares his or her life, but you just, instead of, you know, doing stories, videos, and photos, you draw.
Yes. What's the question?
It's
a fact.
Yeah, it's a
That's true.
fact. I just wanted to know if I understand that correctly. Also, going back to the process, do you sometimes draw a comic from a situation that happened, for example, do you let it sit or no? It has to be raw. I just draw it up and you know, post it.
Oh,
Or sometimes
no.
you just draw it and see, this is not really fun. This is not how I remember. This is not interested.
It depends. Sometimes I just draw them and post them right away, but I have tons of comics just lying around. They're not done yet, so I have to come back to them later. Maybe the idea is not that bad, but it's not working right, so I have to think about it for maybe a few more years or days or weeks. Yeah, I have comics from like 5 years ago too.
Oh my God. How many, roughly, how many comics do you have left behind? I mean,
Oh, 20 or 30, so it's not that much, I think.
I-
Or is
I-
it? I don't know.
no, it's not. I thought you were going to say hundreds and thousands of.
Oh, I lost all my files because my iPad broke and I didn't do a backup, so...
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You had a lot of files and you lost them?
Yes, because I didn't do a backup. Guys, do a backup of your stuff. Please do it.
How did you lose it? Did you post on random posts? You won an iPhone.
No, my iPad just broke after a few years. Just
Okay.
didn't go on, and then it just broke after 10 years. I'm very sad.
Yeah, but it happens. It's a good.
It happens, so do a backup, please.
When do you know that some random moment it's worth sharing, or you know, just leave it? What's the criteria? You said if it makes me laugh or to see somebody interested. That's it?
That's it. And maybe sometimes it just doesn't work. So I'm like, that's a great moment. I'm going to share it, and nobody can relate. So that happens too. That's okay. At least I had fun drawing it.
You have hundreds of thousands of followers. Do you still really care what people think? Because there's you know, when you have such a big audience, there's going to be a lot of people who love you, a lot of people who hate you, no matter what.
Really?
You don't have people who hate you?
Not that many, I hope.
I'm not trying to say, but there will be some. There are
Yeah,
some
sure.
maybe.
Yeah.
So, do you still really look at read the comments, what people say, what people think? How?
Way too much. I care so much. It's really bad because if there could be like 100 super supportive comments, and if one is negative, I'm destroyed. Like, feel really bad about it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm getting better at ignoring them. Mostly I'm just like writing something mean back, and then I'm like, no, don't do this. Don't feed the troll. Just ignore them. Or I'm good at blocking people too.
Yeah.
If they get really mean in the comments, and I'm just gonna block
Yeah, but
everyone.
that's normal.
Yeah, no, I care way too much, unfortunately.
How much time does that take? You know?
Caring?
No. Yeah.
Way too much time.
I mean, reading the comments, especially when you have thousands of comments, hundreds, thousands.
I mostly just read them the first hour or two, and then doing some engaging. But then I just stop. So it's better for my brain if I don't
Yes,
read them,
yes.
for my heart too if I don't read them. It doesn't take a lot of time. There are not that many comments most of the time. But a lot of times they're really cute, so I'm just sitting there and crying because people are so cute and sharing their moments. So you can do it anywhere, so everywhere that's a good thing. Like on your phone all the time, on the toilet, just reading comments.
Yeah, I get it. Well, let's get to the big question. How does your boyfriend, your partner, how does he feel? I mean, at first and now, how does he feel about your career choice?
Oh, he's very supportive, and
Yeah.
he loves the comics too. So, and I always ask him if I can share something about him on the internet. So I would never do something if he doesn't like it. He's fine with it. I get to stay at home and draw comics. It's great for him too.
Okay, so does he help you with them?
I do ask his opinion most of the times, but he's not very good at giving it to me. He's just like, oh yeah, that's good, no matter what I do. So, but he's supportive, so he's rooting for me.
Have you ever giving him a surprise, you know. I just posted a moment of our life. Here,
No.
go see it and like it and share it. No?
Never, I would never do it. Also, I'm drawing the comic while he's sitting next to me most of the time, so it's not very a surprise. Like on the couch, while he's playing video games or stuff. No, I would never do that. No, I don't want to surprise him. And I would never do something to embarrass him or something like that. I hope.
How do you set the boundaries for something that you can and can't share? Or is anything on the table?
Well, when it's about him, I just ask him if it's okay with it. But I want to keep it relatable too. So if I think it's like too personal and people can't relate, then I'm not going to share it. And there's like a parasocial thing when you do comics about your life, but I don't want people to know me too much. So I share about my music habits, going to concerts and stuff, but I don't want to overshare. I'm trying not to overshare too much.
But I guess, at least for me, it seems like it could be very difficult, especially when you're making a personal sort of comic vlog, and not to how do you approach that? How do you not overshare?
I never thought about this before, but I don't think about it when I post stuff. It feels right to post it. I overshare on Patreon a lot, so I just tell my patrons everything that happens in my day, but not for everyone. Just, you know what? I'm going to think about it next time I'm posting a comic. I'm getting very anxious already. Like, oh God, is this too much? Should I not have done this? But I never think about it. Just do whatever feels right to post.
Yeah, do whatever feels like, but you don't overshare. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have, because as a creator, you know, the more you create, the bigger audience you get, the richer you get. Yeah.
If you want to get rich, you shouldn't do webcomics.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, let's call technically. And in order to get more followers, you need to post more, which means you need to share more. And have you ever thought about it? When should I stop?
I just try to post like once or twice a week, so there's not that many comics, right? I think there are people that post a lot more than me, because it takes a lot of time to draw the comics, and also I did have another job that I needed to do. So, but I really never think about it. I also repost comics a lot, so that helps too. If you get new followers, you can just repost older stuff, and they will be just as excited as if it was new comics. But there's so much happening in everyday life that you never run out of ideas, I think. And you can just post cute moments that you experience throughout the day. I always also post when something nice happens to me. I just think that's a lovely message. We could share that with the world. So just gather nice stuff and share it, I think. Did I answer the question?
Kinda.
Sorry, I have ADHD, so I'm just...
Can you give me an example? You see, something great happened to me throughout the day. And I mean a normal day. Not that, I went bungee jumping. And
I would never.
Yeah.
Yes, I did a comic about a time I was in Berlin. I went to a bakery and had a really bad day. And the bakery lady was so kind to me that I had a better day after that. So I just turned it into a comic, and people loved it because, like, the little things. She was just being really nice. She said I had a nice head. So I was like, thank you, bakery lady. I needed that. Just something like that.
I saw the comic.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, that's the story. Okay, that's a real story, because I thought that was, maybe a bit fictional, because it was just an idea that, I don't know, kindness brings kindness, sort of.
No, it was an actual nice lady in Berlin, which is rare, but she was really cute.
Okay. When was that? Was that very long time ago? Because it wasn't posted.
5 years ago, I think.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
But I saw the posts quite recently. I would say recently.
Yeah, I remade it. I think I use different colors now, so I just remake old comics that I really like, just so the new followers can see them too, because they won't scroll back like 2,000.
Yeah.
And if I think people need something nice today, let's just share the bakery comic again.
Okay, so you repost old posts.
Yes.
You recolor them.
Sometimes, yeah. And Instagram is always doing like new formatting, and so I have to figure out what format to use for the next one. So I have to redraw a bunch of comics all the time.
Did you change your style in any time, throughout those years?
I used to draw in only black and white, and then I used some pink too, like grayscale and pink, and now I'm using all color, which is way more fun to draw, but takes a lot longer.
Okay.
But the characters look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
As they did a few years ago, yeah.
There, your boyfriend, and then some people like bakery lady and
bakery lady, my mom, my sister sometimes, and the dog. The dog is there sometimes too, and some cats too.
I have a question that somebody else wrote for me to read it to you, especially because they were very, very interested. So, how do you find an emotional balance between illustrating the sweet, tender moments and the more difficult and awkward ones?
Like, while creating them, or can you read it again?
Of course I can.
Long question.
How do you find emotional balance between just balance? Okay, let's just call it balance between illustrating the sweet, tender moments and the difficult, awkward ones. Because you post some awkward moments as well, and also sweet, cute, beautiful, and inspirational. How do you find balance, or you don't care about the balance? You just
I don't really care about it. I mean, if I just check my posts, if there's too much cute or sad stuff, I also post sad and devastating comics. I'm like, okay, now we need some fun stuff, but I don't really think about it that much. You know what? You make me feel like I should think about my stuff more.
Yes, because
I'm just winging it.
You're super successful. From where I'm sitting, you're super successful, and you don't really care what you post. Don't really care what you.
I guess I care a lot. At least I need to like it. So I need to love what I draw. That's all.
So you just think about yourself. That's pretty selfish. That's a trick question, actually.
Yeah, it is. Well,
I mean, when you create content, first of all, every creator wants to like it himself or herself, but at the end of the day, you do sometimes see that what your audience likes and doesn't like, and so on. How the audience, how big of an impact they have on you?
There was a time when I was like, oh, I know the audience likes this more, so I'm going to create something that's more like the last comic. And then when you do that, it's not fun anymore. So also I think whenever I share something that's very personal and that I like myself, the audience will like it too. So I come first and then the audience. I want to make them feel great, of course, and I love them all, they're very nice. But if I'm not liking what I'm sharing, then I don't have to do it. So it's not what art is all about, I think. But I do like my audience, they're very important to me.
Of course they are. How do you, because you said you have comics that are waiting to get finished or done, right? Yes. How do you know that they're done? That this is finished, this is done? I'm going to post it, or I'm not going to post it.
Sometimes when I have a deadline, they're done, even if I don't think. I'm like, I haven't posted anything in weeks.
I'm sorry, deadline?
Yeah, deadline, just a deadline in my head. So I'm like, I need to post something right now because I haven't posted in weeks. And then maybe it's not the perfect comic, but I'll just post it anyway. And sometimes I think it's important that you share your comics with other people before you post them, just to see if they get it. Because sometimes you draw something and you're like, of course, that's super clear to me. Everyone will get it, but they are like, I don't understand what's happening. So I have to ask people, do you get it? Because sometimes they just don't, and then have to go back and work on it again. So if it works for me and it works for other people, then I think it's ready to be put out there.
Do you have sponsored posts? Paid partnerships? You don't?
No.
So, there shouldn't be any deadlines for you.
Just my own mental deadlines, because the algorithm, and you're like, oh God, if I don't post it, and nobody will see it because Instagram is really mean. And then I just feel like, oh God, I have to do it because I do like the carousel posts, and then I do like an ad for my own shop. After the comics, I'm like, I need to do some ads, but I don't do ads if I don't do comics, because I don't like just posting an ad for my own shop. Just post it after the whole comic. I'm like, oh God. And like my sister, she's also like my management or something like that. She said, okay, you need to post something now. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's the deadline. My sister is the deadline.
So you're just, it seems to me like you're a free-flowing artist. And yeah, you have to be managed.
I have to be managed, yes.
Can we talk about, you talked about a bit of your Patreon.
Yes.
How is that different from Instagram?
Well, it's more like Netflix or any subscription. So they.
No, I know what Patreon is.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
I think and the audience
you
knows what Patreon is.
Check out my Patreon.
Let's do an ad right now. What different? You said you post once couple of weeks or once a week or 2 times a week, depends on Instagram. And you said before that you share more on your Patreon.
Yes.
Talk about it. What do you share more? What does it mean sharing more?
They get exclusive comics too that I like personally, but I think they won't do great with the greater audience. So I'm just like, they're a bit more personal, maybe a bit more niche. They get exclusive cartoons every Monday. Also, I show them stuff that I'm working on that's not Mrs. Fräulein related, but just like project I'm doing, like BTS stuff they get behind the scenes. And I post a lot of text. I write a lot of text, just like a diary sometimes. They also get like rewards and letters, and I just send them a little letter about my month. So just tell them a bit about what happened that month.
Yes.
So I also tell them about struggles, like we just started a company and it's very hard because blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to share that on Instagram.
Yeah. It really sounds like a diary. When you said I share texts, I thought, you mean messages?
WhatsApp group?
Yeah, messages. I thought,
text,
that's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, but okay,
No.
the text.
We're not that close. They're not paying enough to get text.
Yeah. I saw quite a few comments in your Instagram or somewhere else. Will people call your comics relatable?
Yes.
What do you think makes them relatable? And does this word... Okay, first answer, then I'm going to give them a question, because I know you and you're going to say yes and no.
I think I try to keep them a bit vague, so I'm not... It is a situation that happened, but I'm not getting into too much detail, so I think that helps for people to connect with them.
Yeah, the second part is, do you feel pressure, or do you ever think about it? I have to make it more relatable. I have to make it relatable. I like that a lot of people like my comics, because as you said, you're trying not to use too many details, to be them broader, which is a good strategy, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, but do you ever think about it,
Oh yeah, I do. Like I did some comics about concerts and post-concert depression, and it was based on a true event, but I wouldn't name the concert because it doesn't matter. So if I would say, yeah, I went to a Slipknot concert, so then not as many people could relate, because there were like a bunch of Swifties in the comments that could relate, and I think they wouldn't if I mentioned that it was Slipknot, for example. So I try to keep it vague. And I do think about it, but after 10 years, it just happens automatically. I think that I just try to keep it relatable to everyone. But sometimes it's just a very personal experience and people still can relate. So I don't know what the secret is.
10 years. 10 years.
Yes.
Can you try to, I don't know, talk about how much if you changed, I mean, as a creator? Do you used to worry way more back in the day what you're posting about and so on? Or is it the same, or do you worry now? Or is it now just your job, like basketball players just shooting free throws? It's automatic.
I worry all the time. I did worry when I started doing it. I worry now. But I think when you start doing it and you don't have that many followers, people are nicer to you. And after, like you said, after a while, if you have a comment that goes viral, people can be mean. But I try to worry not so much. But I still want them to like it. So I want people to have a good time when they read my comics, because you have so many bad stuff on your front pages. And I just think, I want them to feel good, and I worry about them, and I want them to have a nice feeling, so I still worry as much. I'm trying not to, but I do.
When you, how much time did it took for you to go viral and to quit your job and start doing comics for a living?
See, I never had a job. I just started doing comics in art school, and then that just became my job while still in art school.
Okay, but in your head you were thinking, I will have to have a job.
Yes.
And then but it's still a job. I mean, it's.
Is it? I mean.
Yeah, but no, it is. It is definitely, it is a job. But it's it was unexpected, or you expected it to be. Did you pursue it as a career when you first started drawing?
No. It was unexpected, but I did go to art school, so I thought I was going to be an illustrator. That was the plan. And now I'm doing illustration and comics too. It just happened. I was very lucky that it worked out.
Yeah, but my question was, how long did it took for you to go viral?
I never really got what it means to go viral, but when I started posting on Instagram, I think Bored Panda reposted the comics, and then it just went from there really fast. And then for a few years it just stagnated for a bit, and now I'm like at the follower count that I have like for a few years. But it did take a few weeks to go viral, I think, and then it slowly increased. It wasn't like that fast.
When we say viral, do you remember how many followers did you get after Bored Panda?
Yeah, I kept updating my Instagram. It was like thousands every few seconds, just thousands more every few seconds. Then there were like 20,000, I think, after the first Bored Panda. So not that many, I think. And then I can't remember. I just can't remember. I'm sorry. I think a few weeks or months ago, there was a comic that went viral again, and so we finally got 500,000 followers. Finally, that took forever.
But that's amazing. 500,000 it's quite good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Could be more, but it's good.
Definitely. Yeah.
Could be less, though.
Yes. Do readers sometimes when you say you read the comments, at least for the first couple of minutes to see
Yes.
the opinions, do readers ever interpret your comic a bit different than how you intend it to be?
Oh, yes. There was one, I pinned it. I think maybe you saw it, the comic where my younger self talks too much, and then grown-up tells her to shut up because she talks too much. And there were people that were so mad in the comments. They were like, well, sometimes children need to shut up. And I was like, yeah, but that's not the point. I just wanted to show that as an adult, you have an impact on kids, and whatever you tell them, it can affect them later on. And people were arguing in the comments. I wasn't arguing back, but they were fighting each other in the comments. But that happens when it goes viral. That was like, I think it was a viral comic. But mostly it's pretty clear, I think. But I'm also glad to clear it up if there's any confusion. But don't like to debate with them. I mean, if they have different interpretation, that is okay too. At least I just wanted to still be nice if they think I meant something mean and I didn't. I'm like, no, that's not what I intended to do. Sorry.
Okay. Because my next question is kind of the same. Do you remember any comic that got really, really loved by fans all over the world, let's say it, okay? It went viral, and you didn't expect it to be viral. Were there posts and moments, can we talk about that moments, if you remember, that fans really, really liked and you didn't expect them, to be this popular?
Oh, I never expect them to be that viral, because I think it's not only, it's not depending of if the fans like it or not, but also the algorithm, and you can never expect the algorithm to work in your favor. So the one with the talking too much was unexpected because people related so much, and they also shared their history as kids and their trauma. And there was one, I think, where my character sends her boyfriend reels after she said she was going to go to bed early. And that related to a lot of people, and I didn't.
Because everyone does that.
Everyone does it, but I didn't know that. I thought it was just me. But everyone does.
Yeah.
We're all addicted.
Yeah, but does that feel good,
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
to be, maybe I'm the only one, but I'm going to share a personal moment, and then you just see that it's not that personal. It's everyone, there's a lot of people who do the same. Do you feel good about it or bad? Because it's not a good habit, to be honest.
It's not a good habit, that's true. But I think it's cute that people all over the world are so similar, because people can be very cute. Sometimes they're not that cute, but I think it's so sweet that we also did the same stuff in our childhood, even though we couldn't connect over the internet. Like the millennial S that people draw with these 3 lines and then connect them. You don't know what I'm talking about, but
maybe I do. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I did that. I hit that in a comic, and everyone was like, "Oh, I did the same thing," but I'm like in a whole different country, and somehow people do the same stuff, and I think that's very cute, and I feel good about it.
Yeah. You draw comics.
Yes.
Did you think about doing something else? Well, I mean something else. I don't mean, delivering food. I mean like animation, longer stories, I don't know, videos of yourself in real person, not drawn on. Have you ever thought about some other form of entertainment?
Yes, I did longer stories. I did a graphic novel for my master thesis. That's not about Mrs. Fräulein. I tried animation, and I hate it. It takes so much time. I love illustrating stuff. I also do stop motion videos, which I kind of hate too because it takes so much time. But I love building stuff. I mean, I did do sculpture in art school, so I really loved that. But I think comic is just the perfect way to send a message pretty quick through 4 panels, and I don't need 3 weeks to animate it. So I think it's great thing to use for storytelling.
Do you have any help? I mean, creating like animations, even comics, or do you everything do yourself?
I do everything myself, yes.
And
except for management stuff. My sister does.
Yeah. I mean, creative stuff. And when we talk about, maybe someday moving on to something else, trying to find something else, do you ever think about getting help, or no? It has to be only me. If I want to do, I don't know, movies, I have to learn how to do a movie.
I did do stop motion stuff with a friend, but that friend bailed on me, so I'm like, okay, I have to do it alone. But I'm gladly accepting any help, but not for the comics. So I don't have a ghostwriter or somebody that colors my stuff. That's just me.
How much time in the day, I mean, does that take you, those comics? Because it seems like a lot of work. Patreon, I mean,
Patreon
because
is a lot of
all
work.
your content, and especially when you do it yourself, how much time do you have?
It's a full-time job, but I work like 10 hours a day or like 30 hours, depending on what projects I have going on. It takes a lot of time, but I can do it on the couch while watching trash TV, so it's okay. It's still a good job.
But you try it on a tablet.
On iPad, yes.
Yeah.
Tablet, yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. You can say everybody knows what an iPad is. But, okay, so do you ever, because from our conversation, I think about you as it's also a full-time job, but at the end of the day, in my mind, you're an artist that finds her moments in life and just starts drawing. Do you have a workplace or just at home? Yes, you said. But do you ever, travel or be somewhere else? The moment happens and you think, I gotta write this down, or at least I gotta do something, at least draw some, at least, start making first steps while being away from home.
Yeah, I think the creative part is like finding the ideas, and I have like my note app on my phone is like riddled with mysterious notes that I took. I was like, that's a great comic idea, and then I can't remember what I meant afterwards. So I think my brain is always working, but my hand's not. So it takes like 5 to 20 hours to draw a comic, depending on how many panels I have. So that's okay if you post 2 times a week. That's not that much time. But thinking about it is like it's 24/7. If I'm on vacation, I'm still thinking about comics all the time. So.
Wow, that's a lot of time.
It is.
Do you, I don't know, sometimes get a bit, because in 10 years, thinking all the time, doesn't matter how much love you have for it, it still is, it sounds exhausting. Do you ever take, I don't know, some vacations from work? And I mean, even mentally, I'm going to go somewhere and not think about the comics. And yet, some mysterious moments happen to you and you have to draw.
If I leave my tablet at home, then I don't draw. So that's okay if I go on vacation, but I can't help thinking about a nice moment. And I don't think it's bad if you have a nice moment and think, oh, that's a great comic, that's okay. But right now I'm working on a project that's not Mrs. Fräulein, so I don't have time to draw Mrs. Fräulein comics, and I can't do that too, so that's okay for like a month. And then I feel like drawing again, so I did take some time from Instagram, like a month or 2, because it is exhausting and it's annoying sometimes too. I'm like, I don't want to draw these comics anymore, and then I always come back because it's still lovely, but you need to take a break. I'm really bad at taking breaks. I think all artists are, because I do have an office, but I work at home mostly. And
Money well spent?
yeah, no. Well, I mean taxes and stuff, so in Germany that's okay. They will pay it. But I don't know how to shut off my brain. I think that's the biggest problem. I could get drunk more, maybe that would help, but I'm not good at drinking.
This country is good for that.
Yeah,
we
so
really,
I've heard.
yeah, we know how to do it. I'll wait until tomorrow.
I've been warned, yeah.
Yeah. If somebody wants and has any questions for Valerie, you can give them in front of a microphone. Just stand just stand, and I will give you all the attention. Before we get to the audience, if you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead,
Like
who would that be?
comic artists? Or
Doesn't matter. It could be Freddie Mercury for all I care. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
What would you collaborate on, and who would it be?
I always wanted to do like music-related stuff. So like I love glass animals, so I would love to do something with them. I'm also a big Linkin Park fan, so that would be awesome too. Like, I'm doing an album cover now for a friend. that's like the biggest thing for me, just like doing something with music, because I can't do music. I'm just really bad at it, but I love it. I love it more than I love comics. So that would be great. Whatever band I like most the moment, that would be great.
Oh, that's awesome. So when you say you do illustrations, you do the cover for the album or something more?
It's not illustration, it's a photograph of needlefelting. Do you know that? Well, I'm building like little puppets and then they will be on the cover.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know my art style, my comic art style isn't fit for most of the bands I like. So.
But you can draw something else besides those comics.
Yeah, but it's mostly still pretty cute.
Okay.
And I do love metal music, so it's not a great match.
Or maybe it is.
Or maybe
it is. Let's wait for some metal band to say, you know what? Put it in black and white. We'll do it. Do we have any questions? Yes, please.
I do.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Don't be afraid. It's okay.
Nat, how are you?
All right.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned that you moved to Germany, right?
Yes.
And you still live there, right?
Yes.
How would you, did this sort of being a foreigner in Germany, how did that sort of influence like your life and you as an artist? Did that have any impact?
Well, I'm from Luxembourg, so I just moved like an hour away to Germany, so it's pretty much the same, to be honest. But I do get a lot of jobs in Luxembourg. That's pretty cool because they like to support their local artists, and they pay a lot more than Germany does. So I just can skip the borders all the time. But I don't think it had that much of an influence because it's basically the same. I just don't have to speak French anymore, which is really good because I don't know how to speak French.
How did your family react at first? You mentioned that your sister helps you.
Oh, yeah, my father, I mean, they didn't like it that I'm an artist, so they were like, oh no, you're not going to make any money, but we're from Luxembourg, you need to have money. But my sister was so miserable at her old job, so they were like, yeah, okay, do whatever you want. If it's not working out, you can still do something else. And I think we're a good match at doing what we do, so they're okay with it now. I hope. Maybe they're lying to me, I don't know.
Okay, I think, well, I'll ask two more questions. Some of your comics kind of have like I would say, a little bit more of a sad vibe. You mentioned the comic about being sorry, which comes to mind, where clearly the experience to base it upon was like a negative one. Mm-hmm. How do you take that sort of negative experience and transform it into something that's more positive as a message?
I think I'm a bit pessimistic and I'm down a lot, so I think if I can cheer other people up, it would cheer me up too. So I try, through my comics, I try to do what I should be doing all the time with my own brain, and sometimes I just like to make people sad too. I think I'm like, you're spoiled. You're getting all the heartwarming comics. No, I'm gonna destroy you today. My dog died. Here you go. I think if you can help people cheer up, it will just help you too, I guess.
Okay, and I think fair enough to ask, considering the name of this panel, what is love to you?
Why didn't you ask that question?
Because I'm not this professional, you know?
Yeah, I mean, maybe she
I am not.
I told Diana backstage that you should find, there's a lot of people you can find your next moderators here.
And you were just like, okay, I'm just standing. I think love it's the most important thing. It's why I do what I do. I couldn't do it if I wasn't loving it because it's not paying very much. So I couldn't do it if it wasn't for that. And I make comics about things that I love, being my boyfriend, being music, or my little doggy that died. It's everything, right? Love is everything.
Yes.
Quote me on that.
That's very deep of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
so
for
much.
stealing my job as well.
Hello, Valerie. Hello, Ignas. How much time do we have?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. I think I maybe can fit 2 questions. Valerie, thank you very much for making the art that you do. It's myself and my wife, we share it a lot amongst one another. My question is, quite often on the internet, the comics start living a second life. People start putting edits on them. They become a huge meme in itself. Is it a blessing or a curse that your own work gets transformed and maybe beyond what you originally intended with it?
I haven't seen a lot of edits, to be honest. So if you have some, send them over. There was one edit that I know of that my character is coming home to her dog every day. And then one day she's like, hey, dog, all right. And then there's no dog. It's empty bed. And somebody made an edit. And the character then says, all right, I put it at the other side of the room. And then the dog's back. And so that's a great edit. It made people happy again after I destroyed them. So that's fine with me, but I think it's just the internet, so that's just how it goes, I think. But I haven't seen many. Have you seen many edits of myself?
Not sure, but definitely just in general. Some artists literally even post comics that the 4th panel usually is intended to be transformed into something else, or even leave it empty for everybody to edit.
I do that too sometimes, but my followers, they don't do that a lot.
That's weird. Well, second question was simply, who do you read? What other comic artists do you follow? Or maybe whose style, maybe not even comic artists, but artists in general, do you admire?
I think most of the webcomic artists, we follow each other. We're like, I love Andres. I love Wawawiwa comics. I just brought my book that I got from him in 2019. Where it was like a Kickstarter project, and I was the first one that bought the book, so I'm like in there, like 150 top fans, I'm number 1, okay, so I love him. I do love, I don't know if, poorly drawn lines, amazing, because it's so simple and so funny, but I do love all comic artists I follow. They are great. Of course, Sarah Anderson, like everyone. Everyone loves Sarah. I have to say War and Peace, because they're my best friends, and I think I should say that on camera, too. Yeah, that's it, basically. And all the music artists I love, of course.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Sorry about the what is love question.
It's okay.
What is peace to you?
Peace?
Maybe?
No, that's not on.
Okay.
That's not on there. No, we're not gonna do it.
I really tried to save my job. Thank you everyone for listening,
Thank
and
you
give
so
a
much.
round of applause for Valerie.
Sorry for the accent. I'm trying really hard.